now, over at the Carrigans Cycle Club, they've had another busy year. And, well, they're continuing to cycle, but it's been busy on the fundraising front because it's not a formal cycling club as such. Started out with a few of them who like to cycle back in 2013, and it took off from there. And they've been raising money right the way through. Well, pretty much. 2014 was their first fundraiser. They did a Malin to Mizzen cycle and raised €10,000 for that. So then it took off from there. And to date, they have raised over €105,000. So that is phenomenal for one wee club. Gary Stewart is a member and joins us now, and we're streaming as well on Facebook and on YouTube if you want to have a look. Gary.
Hello, John. How are you?
Good. Thanks for
Good.
coming in.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Now, tell me about the club. 2013 seems like a long time ago. Well, it does to me, but...
We started, there was a couple of local guys had motor neurons, and we decided, or we thought, chatting in the pub, as you do, we would like to do something for them, for the charity. And there was a few people in the area cycling. I wasn't cycling. A lot of the other guys weren't cycling. And somebody said one Sunday night we had met up, why don't we cycle from Mizzen to Malin? And we all laughed, of course.
Well, you're not a cyclist, especially even if you are a cyclist, you might laugh at that one.
So that was all right. Wasn't talked about much. The following week it came up again, and then we eventually says, you know what, let's do this, and that's when the ball started to get rolling.
Are we chatting fellas roughly the same age, or?
It's just a complete. You couldn't. When I was coming on here today, I decided to not mention any names because you just couldn't. There's too many people. We do cycles. There's young guys there, 17, 18, 19. There's guys 70. So it's just across the board.
And I suppose over the years, fellas have come and gone. I should say.
People come and go. We our main area is Carrigans, so we sort of base everything around the Carrigan and Carrigans. So we have meetings and stuff there, and then we're sort of our area then would be kind of Newton, Bluegrey, and around Mullennan, St Johnson. So there, you have that main area, but then you have other people that have cycled with us from like Convoy and Rafo and different places. So as you say, people come, they do maybe just one cycle, and people go, and then we have a good sort of a core in the group, and we didn't want to be a club because a club meant that we were going to have a chairman and we were going to have a secretary and we were going to be really official, and we weren't that official. We just were a lot of people that wanted to cycle.
So it's a group.
It's a group. Yeah, it's a group. Yeah.
So the purpose really would be, I suppose, twofold. One would be to get together regularly and do an activity, in this case cycling, and also to raise money for charity.
Yeah, the motor neuron thing came up, and we said we would do something for it, and then the Mizzen to Malin came up, and we started to train. So we were training all together for maybe on a Tuesday night and a Thursday night. And then we were out on a big cycle on a Sunday, and everybody knew. I mean, when you're cycling in a big group like that, I think there was 18 of us done the Mizzen to Malin. Then we had people that cooked for us. We had people that done traffic management. We, a sign in the front of a vehicle saying charity cycle. The whole thing started to get very, I wouldn't say professional, but it started to get good. People come on with different ideas. They says, why don't we get a shirt printed? I think we're on our 4th shirt now over the years. We got a t-shirts done with the charity on the t-shirt. So when we were on the cycle, we were going to the pubs. People was coming up to you and saying, "Oh, you're doing that for motor neurons or neonatal or whatever you were doing it for," and they were just handing you money.
So over the various cycles and over the years, you've raised money for different charities.
Yeah.
Has it all been official charities, or has it been for the community as well?
No, there's been ones for the community. There's a wee group there in Carrigans who does a Carrigans Tidy Town. They actually had a wee event there on Sunday in the pub, and they had a wee auction, and they actually raised £8,000 on Sunday there. So we would help them out. We done a wee run, and we bought a defibrillator for outside the pub, just in case anybody had too much
Yeah,
stout.
obviously,
And then-
obviously, yeah.
but that went outside the pub, so it's a great thing, and we done that for the tidy towns kind of group, but there's stuff going on all the time, and it's great for yourself mentally, to you could pull back the curtains on odd Sunday morning at 8 o'clock and say, you know what, not going to bother today, I'll just lie on.
But you never regret it then when you go out.
No, you don't. I mean, I've seen us come on. Been in Carrigans one Sunday, and we were going over the Hull Road from Carron to Buncrana, and the hailstone was beating off the side of your face, and you were saying to yourself, why am I doing this on a Sunday morning? But when you hand over the check, when you have when you see what you're doing, I mean, even to this day, when I look at this plaque, and this is one of the reasons that we had to do this plaque, it's because we were forgetting what we were doing.
For those that aren't watching, it's more than a plaque. It's a big board, and it's got all the plaques from the various fundraisers on it. Great idea. So you just decided to put each one up there as you went along.
We had it, John, because we were forgetting what we were doing, and when we all sat down, somebody would have said, oh, mind we done that there. We do different things. There's a motorcycle run we done. There's some of us bikers, so we done a motorcycle run for the RNLA.
So it's not all about cycling.
It's not all about cycling. We do tractor runs. We do walks. We climb mountains. We do stupid things. we one of the challenges we done was a big one now, and we cycled from Carrigans on a Saturday morning to Westport. I think it was 147 miles. We climbed Kilpatrick on the Sunday, and then we cycled down on the Friday. We climbed Kilpatrick on the Saturday, and then we cycled home on the Sunday.
Just
So
a relaxing weekend. And where's that? Is that going in the bar?
That's on the bar. Yeah, that stays in the bar all the time. So there's actually 3 more runs there. We done a spin on Kiernan's there on Saturday past, and it's just amazing. I done from 10 o'clock to 11, and there's just a table. There's buckets sitting out on it. We done it for. We done that one for. Just do it. There's that much stuff goes on.
I can understand. It'd be hard to keep track.
So we done that for the Irish Kidney Association and oncology unit in Letterkenny, and that raised £3,000. There's that many. There's a list of people that wants us to do things for them, and we will get round to them all. But just different things come in, and you say, we'll do it for that, and I think it's just good if you're doing it for anything. If you're.
Well, it's good on different levels, as you say. Good for your mental health. Great that you're raising money for charity. It's great that it's the community. It's a group coming together.
Yeah.
And just I suppose enjoying. You wouldn't be doing these things if you weren't enjoying it along the way. And even the training, as long as it's not all hail showers, is a bit of fun.
The training's good, crack. The crack in it, and that's why it is a group. And people come and people go, and new people join, and there's a core group there all the time. But there's always about when things start happening, the like of that spin at Kiernan's on Sunday. We done the spin from 9 in the morning to 9 at night.
That takes a bit of organising.
So it takes a bit of organising, but everybody pulls on together then. When you have people that maybe have stopped cycling, they'll come over and they'll do a wee bit, and everybody does it. Everybody knows what they do, and that's the great thing about it. But
that's great for a community. That gels the community together.
Yeah, it is brilliant for the community, and it's brilliant for for Carrigans and the surrounding area. And I think when people, when I look at this plaque, I don't believe, and I done everything on it. And
you're involved in all of those.
Yeah, and I just look at it and say, God, I don't believe that I done that.
So it's a case when one's over, you're on to the next thing.
On the next thing, COVID hit us a wee bit there. So COVID sort of knocked the wind out of our sails a bit. Because we couldn't train, because you were meeting people on the road, you were out training on your own, you couldn't go too far. You wanted to stick by the rules. You couldn't go out in a group where your Carrigans top on you, and you were breaking the rules, obviously. And so we just trained on our own round back roads. But things have started to come round again there now.
Sure.
Took it a wee bit to get going again. But it is going again, and that's good.
So what next? Do you know? Do you know what the next challenge is?
We're talking about now maybe next Easter. So we couldn't do an Easter challenge this past couple of years. So we're talking about maybe next Easter, cycling up maybe the Antrim coast.
Lovely.
We looked at getting through Belfast, and we didn't. We were unsure of how to get through Belfast on a bicycle. But then we researched a wee bit, and we seen then that there was cycle pass right through Belfast. And a friend of mine in Belfast who cycles up there, he sort of told us what to do and where to go. So we're maybe looking at that now, and it will be up the Antrim coast probably over a couple of days. So we would stay away 2 nights, and what we usually do is we have meetings up to the event,
Yeah.
and we just
Plan it.
to plan it, yeah, and we throw on a few pounds for our hotel and our food, and
Along the way.
yeah. So we you're not giving out no big money. You're giving it as you go along, and it's good. It's good to be along with people, and
Yeah.
see everybody working together.
And I suppose COVID brought that into focus, just how much we rely on one another and how much we need a community. And this is a great example of one that's working really well in the form of Carrigans Cycle Club. Well, listen, well done, Gary. You and everybody that's currently in the club or that's helped on any of those charity initiatives, cycles or other events. It's a credit to everybody involved and continued success.
Thank you very much, John. Thanks for having me.
Happy news from Aldi.